collected a few bits and pieces of lace that I like, just some tiny little bits, some pearl buttons, tiny bits of ribbon, any little offcut, and I'm going to sew these together to make a small piece that can go inside my journal. So I'm just starting off with, that's my base piece. I've got a tiny piece of lace here. This is really good for using offcuts. Again, another little piece of ribbon. Just going to use thread. Don't have to be too worried about how neat your stitches are because they're going to be covered up. Okay. And then I'm going to use this ribbon, but I'm going to try and bunch it up a bit, as if I was making a ribbon flower. So it's just putting a running stitch roughly through the ribbon. This is just tea-dyed seam binding. Okay, so then when you gather this onto the piece that you're working on, you get a small gather. Just pop that in there. Stitch that down a little bit. Okay, so see how it's building up, and then I've got a small piece of this net ribbon. I'm just using the smaller one that I had. The bigger one was really just a bit too big for the size of the book I'm working with. Okay, it took me a little bit to sort that one out. It's all got hooked in on itself. Still not. Just anchor that in. And then I'll come up at the side. And now I've got a small tag with a little button that I've cut out to the two bits of material. So I'll sew that on. I can get in there. Okay. And then just fasten it off at the back. And there you have a small lace cluster ready to go inside your book. So I've made a few of these. This is the one I'm going to put on the front of the book. You can see it's just same ribbon and lace, and that will go on the front. This is another one made just with some bits of lace and a button. And then this one, I've just got a little label on it. So they're all ready to be sewn into the book. And the book itself is cut one piece of linen using the needlework book die. I've got a piece of lace in the middle, and then a piece of linen I've cut the same way. And I'm going to sew 3 pearl buttons down the side to pull it all together. Here's the finished spine of the book. It's just enough to hold it all together.